have just been tuned into the Streets Session with your boy Firahs and
Joe MK.
But anyway, listen, shout out to everybody locked in right now. This is World for 19.4 with your boy Firahs. This is the Street Sessions. And I got a special guest in the building right now. You know what I'm saying? My guy flew down all the way from Canada, bro. Wow. We got Mouraine in the building.
How you doing, boss?
Yeah,
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you, man?
I'm easy, bro. How you feeling? How's England treated you so far, bro?
Yo, honestly, it's blessed. It's not my first time here, but like every time I come here, I start to get more familiar with it. And it's crazy. Like the traffic is crazy.
Yeah, we were saying.
Everyone looks the same. Everywhere looks the same.
Yeah.
Every part of town looks the same. Old buildings. London's beautiful, man. So far, so good.
And obviously, you've been performing in other areas outside of London as well. Obviously, you came from Liverpool recently. How has that been for you? How's the show has been, all of that?
Oh, it's been dope, man. So I was out here for a couple festivals, which is Liverpool, Sound City, and we did Cologne Pop Festival in Germany. It's been really dope, and I thought like, yo, might as well end it out in London.
Because you're performing on the 6th.
Correct.
Yeah, why don't you tell everybody what's going on the 6th and like what your show is?
Yes, so on the 6th of May, I have a show at Notting Hill Arts Club. You know, if you're free, come through. And you know, if you see this too late, you missed it. You missed out on a good time, but we'll see. Catch the next one after that.
Now for real. And you know what? I wanna start with, you know, being from Canada and growing up in Canada. How has that been for you? Like, what was your upbringing like in Canada?
Honestly, just being like, you know, first generation immigrants out, just trying to like fit in. That's how I I try to put that in my music as well. But like trying to fit in and like find ourselves and build ourselves like first generation and like trying to embed ourselves into like a whole new world. You know what I mean? Just to set up a better future and all that. But I mean, Edmonton, but that's where I'm originally from. Edmonton. You guys have Edmonton. But yeah, like it's not too far off from like the lifestyle in London, and the slang is very different to the British, because like the Jamaicans, you know what I mean? So,
it's all kind of embedded there, isn't it? The same thing here.
Exactly. So it's super similar to here, man, but it's cool.
And in terms of like the music, is there any Canadian artists that inspired you? Obviously, we all know we got Drake there, we got Tory Lanez, or is there anyone, or even Pressa?
There's endless, man.
And you got top 5.
Top 5. Yeah, that's
I always hear Americans say that's the demon. He's a demon.
Top 5. Yeah, man. Hey, man, the Somali community in Canada is big, so there's a lot of different, you know. There's a lot of people like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Canadians are nice, but like the areas I come from, it's very tough too. You know, like North Side, Edmonton, and all that. So
do you get a lot of inspiration from artists in Canada?
Yeah, 100%, man. I remember growing up, I used to listen to a lot of Kanan, you know, because I was like East African, and I'm like, oh, Somali. And then just the things that he spoke of, I kind of like related a little bit more to, you know what I mean? And he was keeping it more real, like, you know, that was the kind of same struggles I was facing, where I was able to see firsthand around me, you know what I mean? But other than that, there's a lot of other artists, like there's Shad. I don't know if you guys know Shad K. Shad K is really, he's from Rwanda originally, but he's a really dope hip-hop artist. He hosts Hip-Hop Evolution on Netflix.
Oh, for real? I've heard of that show.
Yeah, so that's him. He's the host of that. And, but no, there's a lot of great talent. That's the thing about Canada. It's like, it's every artist and like, it's the talent. We don't have like a big industry because the population is not big. But every artist that comes out of Canada has always been like good quality and like, just amazing.
So you know what? It's interesting because when I talk about specifically living in Canada, being so close to America, do you feel the problem is that everybody tries to quickly move to America? So I mean, Pressa, you know, he's coming up now, doing very well. His major move was, you know, obviously he got with Coil Ray, moved straight to the States. Do you feel like too many artists make that leap before they actually reach the pinnacle? Because I feel like, you know, especially with Canadian artists, is they get to a certain level and then they just leave.
They leave,
Do you feel like that's a problem? Or
honestly, there's a reason for that, you know what I mean? And it's the fact that like Canada is such like it's not as populated. It's such a small population, and the country is big. So we're spread out. We're on like 38, 40 million people.
Yeah.
Spread out like the second largest country in the world. So the problem is, one, there's gonna be no consumers. Right. So no consumers, and like I'll break it down. For example, there's out of the 40 million, how many people are actually fans of music? Right. And right. And then after that, how many people are actually fans of hip hop music? And then you come back down, it's like maybe like by the end of it you have like 1%, right? And it's gonna be people that are, and then subgenres of hip hop, like what kind of hip hop do they like, and who's actually gonna come to the shows, right? And then the touring is a big problem in Canada because it's just too far of a distance. It's not like here where you can just go into like hop on a train, you go to Birmingham, Liverpool, and Manchester and whatnot, right? So that's why a lot of artists, like, they kind of, if you stay in Canada, I feel like as an artist, and it's happened with a lot of artists where they just peak in Canada and they just stay like this, and then boom, and they're gone. It's always been like that with a lot. So then, as of recently, especially after Drake, a lot of artists know, like, yo, once you peak in Canada, it's time to go over. Like, for example, Belly. You know Belly?
Yeah, I know that.
So Belly was huge in Canada at one point, and nobody knew him outside of Canada, like in the States and stuff. So, but he just, cause he peaked in Canada, but he was able to, like, he was smart in the way like his business sense, so he was able to like jump over and go south of the border and start EXO with The Weeknd and Cash and all these guys, right? So then he was able to like maintain and hop over and cross over and make it work. But there's a lot of artists who can't make that work. And but I feel like I don't think it's a bad thing.
No,
I think it should happen. Eventually, you know what I mean? Because again, making it in Canada is cool, but like making it in the States, where it's like we're 38 million, 40 million, they're 300 million. And once you go big in the States, you're big in the rest of the world, right?
100%. And you know what, talking about that, like, when it comes to music, right, what makes you say, okay, cool, music is my passion, music is where I'm gonna go? Because we all listen to music, we all enjoy music.
Of course.
What makes you say, okay, this is my career path?
Honestly, I've been in it for so long, that's one. Two, I always remind myself on why I started doing music. And when I was really young, I used to always watch like TV and watch like 50 Cent and them. They'd be like, they're performing and like, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, these guys have such an impact in front of a crowd that they control, and people look up to these guys, you know? So I was like, and I always wanted to, like, for me personally, I always wanted to like change the world in some sense, and like just have an impact in the world, and like just even if it's just as small as just entertaining people and making people feel happy. So that for me, it's like that's what makes me the most happiest is when I'm on stage performing in front of people. So I just figured, yo, this is what I want to do, and every time I have any doubts or have any pullbacks and just feel discouraged, I touch stage and everything changes. And I'm like, oh, this is exactly why I'm doing this.
Because you know what? Because I listened to your EP, Biggest Dreams.
Oh, Bigger Dreams.
And like one thing I learnt from the tracks that was on there was it was a lot about, you know, basically what you've been through, where you want to go next as well, because you know it is about the bigger dream that you basically have, right?
Absolutely.
And that's what you're trying to sell within your music. So going into your EP then, before we go strictly into it, what are your dreams? What is it that, you know, you want to fulfill within this your musical career?
Honestly, I have a lot of goals and dreams and aspirations. You know what I mean? You
don't have to say everything. Anything. But
obviously,
whatever you're ready to share.
With music, I want to be able to like highlight to people that got like more awareness and so from people who come from like similar struggles as me, and people who come from. So I want to be able to bring that attention to that, especially from areas where I come from. I want to let the world know, like, yo, like, I'm here and I just want to be a voice for the people from whoever can relate to me. You know what I mean? I can't say I want to be a voice for the rest of the whole world. You know what I mean? But whoever can see themselves in me, I just want to be an example for the people and just be like, yo, my purpose is to I become something big in life and to impact the world. And I'm just like you. So if I could do it, you could do it as well. You know what I mean? And I want people to be able to see that growth and see me accomplish something. And I want people to be part of that journey, and so they can be able to be inspired and do it as well.
You know what? That's a very good point, because I would definitely agree that even within your music, I hear that kind of like icon. You know, you bring the inspiration through your music, and you definitely talk about what you've been through, where you come from, and you know, I feel like that's very important as a musician. Specifically when you're coming up as well, is to, you know, tell the story of where you come from. I feel like it's a lot difficult when you kind of just come up and you have like a super hit, a little bit like you know, the Pump with the Goop situation. All we knew was that, right?
Yeah.
So he has to live up to that hype for the rest of his career, right?
Exactly.
Where you're able to like build from the beginning, you know, sell your stories, sell your lives, and then eventually when you get the big hit, which you will get, because I believe your music is that good, you will get that hit. Like, you're able to go back to a catalogue and people will be like, oh damn, he's done this, oh, this is how he got to hit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
you know?
it's pretty dope. So is that something that you was always trying to be or do when thinking about music, which was trying to be like a voice and an icon for the people that, you know, understand your story?
Yeah, 100%. Because I saw myself in like Lupe Fiasco.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, you know what I mean? If I was able to see myself in Lupe Fiasco, and he inspired me to want to come in and do music. But throughout my teen years, I just be getting to a lot of stupid stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Cool.
Come on, you know how
we
it
all
is, right?
kids, man. Yeah. We all done that. Yeah.
So at least I was like, if I could be that, like I said, that's what I want to be able to. I want people to be able to see the journey and follow the journey and just become part of it and know that they can do it as well. Yeah, so I just want to be an inspiration for the.
I respect that, man. Because honestly, like I was listening to the EP. I listened to it properly last night, but I heard you gave it to me before.
Yeah.
And but I only played like 1 or 2 songs on radio. But when I listened to it fully yesterday, like I proper understood your artistry, and I understood the message that you was trying to portray. And this is what I got from the. Tell me if I'm wrong or not. But what I got from the message was, you should always grind, never give up. And remember that you should never take no for an answer.
Come on, yeah. Come on, bro. You got it. Literally. Straight up.
Yeah, and I you know, I want to talk more about that. You know, everybody gets told no at some point in their life.
Yep.
For people that, you know, are seeing your journey now, listen, you're in Europe. You come from Canada. For a lot of people who doesn't understand how difficult that is, there's not many people that can just come to a different country or a different continent.
Yeah.
And be performing. How did you work from that to end up here?
I took a lot of no's.
Yeah.
And I took it to the chest. You know what I mean? I was able to be like, yo, take all these no's, but I didn't let it break me, for example. You know what I mean? So even like coming on now, it's like it was such a tough time setting up a show because it was so last minute.
Yeah.
But for me, my attitude is to not give up and just to keep pursuing it, and eventually like
something will come.
Yeah, something will come, and eventually something just came by like straight to the table. You know what I mean? But honestly, like coming from Edmonton, Canada, it's a city that didn't get a lot of like love and highlight from the scene. It's always Toronto, Vancouver. Even when big artists come, they go Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal.
Yeah, I mean, those are the main cities I only hear about as well. So.
Exactly, you know what I mean? So we always get shut down. We always get the no, like, you know what I mean? So I want to be able to like, I wanted to embrace that. And a lot of times, like, we get no's, but I know one day a no will eventually, it's just another, I forget, there was one quote, man. A no is an opportunity. A no is something to I can't remember. But like, you know what I mean? Like, a no just means, it doesn't mean like
forever.
It's not forever. It's just that means this is not the path right now, or it's not the right time.
Yeah, I understand.
So you gotta just maneuver and go try another door, try another way, try another avenue. You know what I mean? My first time out in Europe. Yeah. Because I didn't know how to like come out here. Never had it in the plans, but my mentor, his name's Arlo Maverick. He came out here for a conference, and his DJ couldn't make it, and I DJ as well, so I was like,
oh, well, we both DJ.
Yeah, I DJ as well, you know what I mean? So I was like, yo, you know, I'll be your DJ, you know what I mean? So again, like I was able to like just put shit aside and like, cause I want to perform, right? But I was like, yo, you know what? I'll just come and I'll come out here and I'll learn.
Yeah.
How do I maneuver? How do I come out here? You know, he brought me out here. I DJ'd his sets and stuff. So from there on out, I made connects. I learned. I met new people. I figured out how to do it. How to be able to come out here and who to hit up. Who, you know what I mean? And like do the research. But but we're here now. So
yeah, come on, man. We're here now. Man. We're here now. And you know what? I want to dibble and dabble more into Bigger Dream as well.
Yeah.
Is there a particular song on the EP that you feel like everybody needs to hear? Because I know whenever I talk to people that have a project, everybody has like their favorite or you know, the big hitter, or you know, because we can all sit here and I can say what I like. Before I say what I like, I always like to hear what you people like. And then we'll talk about, if it's the same thing we can go about it. If it's not, I want to know. But like, what's your like particular favorite song from your project?
It's the outro song, the What I Like, the last song. Yeah. It's just because with the song, I was just, when I was writing it, I was able to just free myself and let myself go and just say how I felt. And I put a lot of emotion into it. And you know, I speak about my uncle who passed away, who's always just been an inspiration, you know what I mean? So that song just has a specific place in my heart. And even for the chorus, I'm like, I took my time, but I never gave up. That's the reason that I'm about to come up. And it's the fact that I held on for so long and just kept holding on. It's just like a slingshot, you know what I mean? But now I can feel like this moment on right now as we speak, I feel like we will reach the maximum capacity, or we're just about there of like this, of letting go, and I feel it coming, you know what I mean? So with that song, that was that kind of emotion that was poured into it, you know what I mean? No, I read that, because let me see. My favorite song was called Do That Dance. Do That Dance, okay.
Do That Dance. Yeah, I had to check. I was thinking,
that's cool.
Nah, because I thought it was called Dance, innit? But I had to double check. With Do That Dance,
on all streaming platforms, by the way.
Basically, down everything right now. It's all out there. Obviously, you'll be, actually, when you hear it on radio, actually, just get your Shazams ready. So everyone listens to the audio, you can literally Shazam the joint, because we'll be playing the full EP straight after anyway. So every single track will be played right after this. With Do That Dance, what I love about that track is the kind of play around of you thinking it's going to be a full-on dance track, but it's not.
I actually say shit in the song.
You basically make it what it is, right? Explain to me how that song kind of came about.
Honestly, where was I? I was at a concert. It was Arlo's concert, and I remember he was like doing this thing with the crowd. He's like, "Yo, do that dance," or something like that, or something. I was like, "Yo, that would be a sick hook for a song," you know what I mean? So I told him, I was like, "Yo, that chant you did, I'm gonna take that and make it into a song." I was like, "Oh, cool." And then we did like when I made the EP, I have like Bigger Dreams, Badman, where every song I tried to give like, it's only a 5-song EP. I tried to give like different sides of me in the songs, because again, like what I like, I could get deep and like be emotional and say shit. But with Do That Dance, I also show the world like, yo, it's like, I'm also fun. I like to party. I like to enjoy my life. You know what I mean?
Which is what it was about.
Exactly. So that's all it was. It was like me freeing myself and just being witty and just testing out bars and letting it go. You know?
Yeah, because I definitely caught the fun side of the track, and I felt like listening to that EP, that was the song that stood out to me, where you know you was kind of like experimenting outside of dropping these very lyrical tracks, which are very great. But I always like it when I hear an artist do something that's not completely outside of comfort zone, but something a little bit different.
It's definitely different to what I would usually do. You know what I mean? Because I grew up in an era of like boom bap. Like I like doing boom bap. I like spitting. I'm all about the bars and stuff. But I also like the fun shit too. I realize when I go to the club or whatever, that's what I enjoy. So it's like, why not make it? If I enjoy it, other people enjoy it as well. And the song actually like did so well. I wasn't expecting it to do so well. It was the last song, and it's always the ones you don't expect. Bro. Like,
yeah. It's always the ones that you're like, nah, I ain't gonna do it. But let me put it out.
bro,
It's crazy.
It brought so much love to the EP.
Yeah.
It landed on Foot Locker Canada commercial.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. It landed on Foot Locker reached out actually. And they're like, yo, can we use this for a commercial? I was like, and it was my first placement on TV for the song. They played it at the Raptors game.
That's
at the Toronto Raptors. Yeah, it was huge. Shout outs to Four Corners. That's the Raptors DJ for playing it. So big ups to the man, you know?
Come on, fam.
Yeah. Shout outs to Foot Locker too.
Yeah, I like it. Hey, listen, I might need some free sneakers still. I didn't say trainers, yeah? I said sneakers, right? I need some Air Force Ones, yeah?
Oh, wait, huh?
Yeah, all right, man. But, no, I'm happy to hear that, man. You know, especially when it comes to like black Muslims.
Yep.
We have it very hard.
Yeah, man.
I thought, being Muslim in itself, the industry doesn't like that, and then being black and then putting two together it's a whole other conversation. You know?
Man.
Being black and Muslim, how has it been for you in the industry? Have you found it difficult, or have you been able to move around?
Honestly, in the Canadian music industry, I feel like they're still back in time, or like when the acceptance of hip hop. So with that being said, me being black and trying to identify as hip hop, it's very hard for me to get a lot of opportunities because it's always going to like the country and the folk and the indie artists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like as of recently they're starting to wake up and realize it. But like again, like there's been like, I don't want to like say like name certain organizations and stuff, but like there's a reason why like a guy like Drake wasn't like, he was getting love from the people, from the crowd, from the industry itself within Canada, he wasn't getting love. So he had to leave to the States, blow up in the States. And then when the industry kind of tried to show him love, he didn't want it, and that's why he doesn't really associate with the Canadian music industry. And there's been a lot of people like that. Tory Lanez. I can sit and list like a lot of artists that like got so big, but they weren't getting love from the Canadian music industries and awards and whatnot. But I don't know, man. I feel like they were just backwards, and they're not backwards. It's just they didn't kind of take it in yet. That it's time to move forward, and like the British music scene did that very well. They were able to do that very well and adapt. So we're a little bit late, and being a black artist, like I struggle to like just try to kick indoors and stuff, and as a Muslim brother, man, we have it hard anywhere. Anywhere, you know what I mean? Even I don't know, man. Everywhere, not even just in the industry.
I can't even name it, bro. All over the world is difficult for us, but the one thing I would respect about our people is that we do what we gotta do to get to where we need to get to, and at the end of the day, that's all you can do. You just never quit. Keep it moving, keep it struggle. Whether that is music, whether that's you trying to be a doctor, a nurse, or a teacher, or being an athlete, or whatever you're trying to do.
See, being Muslim, that's where I had the struggle is actually comes from your own people. That's where it doesn't even just come from the industry. For me, it comes from my people being like, yo, what are you doing? No. I'm like, yo, man. You know what I mean?
I had this conversation.
You said the same thing as I did.
I said the same thing.
For me, it doesn't come from the industry, because I don't always it's not that I don't always identify as a Muslim, but like it's not something that I need to bring up a lot. You know what I mean?
Have to,
but black, like you see, I'm black and I'm hip hop, but. I was actually doing these shows out in Europe during Ramadan. And like, for me, it's difficult, bro. Like for me, it's really like, it's not that I don't want to be chilling and like and fasting properly and going on about my deen, but it's like I'm working.
Yeah, that's your job.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like I tell people, like, yo, if you're at work and you don't stop going to the restaurant you work at, or the coffee shop you work at, or whatever, there's people that work at shisha spots, and they still out there serving shishas while they're fasting. So you can't be mad at me for just doing my job. I'm literally just doing my job. You know what I'm saying? And these are opportunities that I can't just pass upon and like, you know what I'm
You
saying?
never know when they come back. That's a problem.
Exactly.
They might never come
They
back.
might never come back, bro.
So-
In music, you get one shot, bro.
Yeah,
You
for real,
don't
for
fumble
real.
it. You keep
Yeah.
going. You
No,
know?
because I definitely saw there was a live when you was, I think you was breaking fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I jumped to the live and you was eating and you was about to start fast soon again. And I just jumped on and I was like, nah, this nigga's on this thing, you know? Like,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Man's fasting, breaking fast. I still got time to go online and talk to the people, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And it's a balance that, like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's like only God can understand.
Yeah.
And it's not up to
Yeah.
to us or me or you know. Or I can't
Yeah.
judge another human being
Yeah.
for just you know going. You don't know what's in my heart or how I'm
Yeah.
living my life, man.
Nah,
you know
for
what I
real.
mean? So
Alright, you know
forget
what?
all that.
Come on,
My
man.
brother,
And
man.
listen, now, shout out to Mouraine, man. I'm going to leave this with this. Obviously, the EP is called Bigger Dreams. So I'm going to say this. To anybody who's dreaming right now, go and follow Mouraine. Go and check out all of his stuff because your biggest dreams can come through his music. Now, big shout out to you for
My
coming
guy,
through
bro.
today. Let us know where they can find your stuff, anything new you got coming out, any shows, anything. Let them know where the dreams laying at right now.
Yeah, you can find me on all streaming platforms, all social media platforms as well, or www.mouraine.com, and from there on you can find wherever you like to subscribe to. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
YouTube. Follow me on Spotify and all these beautiful sites. But yeah.
No, man. This has been obviously Mouraine, your boy Firahs. This is the Canada to UK link up. We'll catch you here every Tuesday, 6 to 8 p.m. You know we at Warfare 90.4. This is the street session. If you wonder where Joe is at right now, he's behind the camera today. He's hugging down for the culture. Oh, shout out to Mouraine's brother as well, man. Is in the building. Where can they catch you, bro? Where can they catch you, bro?
You can
Shout out
catch
to
me right on the Mouraine page. I'm tagging everything, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Come on. Hey, big shout out, man. Alright, we're signing out in a bit, bro. Let's take care.
Cool.
Been tuned into the streets session with your boy Firahs and
Joe MK.
why is this the name of our show, bro?
Because we're the hottest in the streets.
Catch us online, on the go, and on the FM.
Okay, let's go.